मैं आपको कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स और कुछ वास्तविकताओं के बारे में बताऊंगा, और उसके बाद हम क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन भी करेंगे। अगर आप लोगों को कोई भी जानकारी चाहिए मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में जहां हम आपकी मदद कर सकते हैं या आपके साथ काम कर सकते हैं, वी विल बी हैप्पी टू सपोर्ट योर एंडेवर्स। मैं सबसे पहले आपको एक विशेष जानकारी देना चाहूंगा कि अगर आप पूरे हेल्थ केयर को अगर एक सर्किल मानकर सोचें, इस सर्किल के 4 हिस्से हैं। पहला हिस्सा है, और मैं आपको सिर्फ ये बता रहा हूं क्योंकि किसी भी सेक्टर का जब हम हॉरोस्कोप बनाते हैं तो उस हॉरोस्कोप में हम क्या देखते हैं, उस हॉरोस्कोप में हम उसका पूरा चारित्रीकरण कैसे करते हैं। अगर हम हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर को एक सर्किल माने तो इस सर्किल के 4 हिस्से होंगे। पहला हिस्सा है, कोई भी अस्पताल हो उसको बनाना पड़ता है, जिसके लिए जमीन चाहिए होती है और सिविल कंस्ट्रक्शन चाहिए होता है। यह हिस्सा कभी भी हेल्थ केयर पॉलिसी मेकर्स के कंट्रोल में नहीं होगा, क्योंकि द कॉस्ट ऑफ दिस पोर्टफोलियो इज गवर्न्ड बाय रियल एस्टेट सिस्टम। सर्किल का दूसरा हिस्सा है, द सेकेंड पोर्शन ऑफ द सर्किल इज human resource cost. None of us will like our brothers and sisters, friends and professionals to be earning less than what they are earning today. Which means, while we might be tempted to reduce the number of people we employ, the cost of wages will never come down. Which essentially means the second pie of the circle also is going to be remaining out of our control. The third pie of the circle is pharmaceutical products. India is global pharmacy of the world. Many pharmaceutical companies originating in Gujarat, which has allowed not just India but the world to be accessing medical pharmaceutical products at lesser cost than anywhere else in the world. Which means ये जो तीसरा हिस्सा है हेल्थ केयर का, उसकी हमको चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए, because broadly we are under control as a country. What is left is the fourth part, which is medical technology, a sector in which India is 83% import dependent to the extent of 50,000 crore per annum. Which means if you have to see the healthcare sector, 2 parts of the sector will never be out of your never be in your control: the civil, the land, the building, and the human resource. The third part of the sector, which is already under control, which is pharmaceutical production, and the fourth part, which is out of control, which is medical technology and innovation. And that is why I am very glad that iHub from Gujarat has focused on this part, the part which is out of our control. क्योंकि सब कोई उस बारे में बात करते हैं जो कंट्रोल में हो, जिसमें वो कुछ अच्छा दिखा सके। कोई भी उस टॉपिक को नहीं छेड़ता है। Nobody touches the topic which is out of control. So, in medical technology, what you have to understand, what we all have to understand, is how different it is from pharmaceutical products. Now, pharmaceutical products uses a certain number of chemicals, 2, 3, 4, 5 chemicals, converts it into one product. The moment that product is consumed, the economic value chain on that product closes. मैंने दवा खा ली, मेरी टैबलेट बनते समय there was an economic value chain on it. When it is being transported to me in my city, there was a value chain on it. When it is prescribed to me, there was a value chain on it. But when I consume it, the value chain stops because the product is over. Second, differentiation between pharmaceutical and medical technology innovation is that when we make a pharmaceutical product, we use 2 or 3 chemicals. We convert those 2, 3 chemicals in our lab or a factory in one product, and the dependency of my product is depending upon the 2 or 3 things that come into the pipeline. Now, compare this with medical technology. Number one, the economic value chain of the medical technology starts with consumption. Once you buy a CT scan, you buy the contrast media, you buy the maintenance, you buy the repair, it actually sits with you for 10 years. So the value chain of a ventilator or a medical technology, a defibrillator, anesthesia workstation, MRI, is there before the consumption of the product, but stays for 5 to 10 years after the consumption of the product. Number two, even a simple machine like a infrared non-touch thermometer has 273 components in it. Each component made by a different maker with a different patent number and a different part number. There is a design integration and safety consideration. There is a very different, this is very different scenario than a pharmaceutical product. And therefore, the approach to medical technology has to be very different than what it is in pharmaceutical or any other sector, which is in any other sector, we follow an investment driven approach. Yes, we are an investment friendly state. We have land, we have a good governance, come invest. That does not work in medical technology because medical technology is science driven project, science driven investment. It is not just doing science, it is the business of doing science. And that is why we created Asia's first medical technology valley called AMTZ in Visakhapatnam next to the port. The pictures that you are seeing is a map which is of the perimeter of about 8 kilometers. It is a mini city that we have set up here dedicated to medical technology. You have large number of factories where work is happening. Those are real pictures that you see, and large number of scientific laboratories for supporting the manufacturing. Yes. Now, the distinction between any other economic zone or industrial zone and medical technology zone is also the fact that medical technology requires several high investment scientific facilities without which the production cannot happen. It cannot happen. To make it happen, the scientific facilities that are needed costs about 250 to 300 crores, which cannot be put as an investment by a single manufacturer. So what we have done in AMTZ is created all the scientific facilities needed for medical device manufacturing at one single place. In this slide, what you see is a conical building on the left-hand corner. That is world's largest biomaterial testing center for implants. Then you see a 40 gigahertz dual mast antenna electromagnetic interference and electromagnetic compatibility center. Then you see superconducting magnet center for MRI, the CT scan tube center, the Kalam Convention Center with a picture of Dr. Kalam in the center. On the right hand upper corner, you see a building with cuboids on the top, which is world's largest 3D printing center. Then you see incubators. You see gamma irradiation plant on the right hand down corner on the bottom side. The idea that I'm trying to convey is all the scientific facilities needed for medical device manufacturing. There are 18 different kinds of labs that are needed for medtech. Today, if there is one campus in the world where all the 18 industrial labs for supporting manufacturing for medical technology is in one single place, it is the campus of AMTZ. We are actually, as we speak, about 3,000 to 4,000 people work in this zone. We are aiming to provide jobs to about 14 to 20,000 people because we have space for about 200 companies and enterprises. We are dealing with 200 plus products and we aim to cross 2,000. A production of about 15,000 crore to 20,000 crore per annum, so that at least 1/3 of India's import dependency can be met by the production from this zone. We have 22 operational companies and 85 partner companies, and we do large number of business events across the world. This is important because, as I mentioned, medical technology is not about building an enterprise. It is about building an ecosystem, because a pump used in the dialysis machine, for example, might be the same pump that some other industry like metro train is using in its console panel, or a turbine being used in renewable energy. The convergence of science and technology in medtech is very high. So what we have done is that to create the ecosystem at AMTZ, on the right hand on the left hand corner, you see the scientific facilities like EMIMC, gamma irradiation, 3D printing, biomaterial that I earlier explained. We have created also those facilities which are required for the supply of core component. What happens is, in medical technology innovation, one or two components which make 80% of the cost of a machine are critical and made by only 2 or 3 people in the world. For example, superconducting magnet in an MRI is made only by 2 companies in the world, and that makes almost 70% of the cost of an MRI. Similarly, lens for ophthalmoscope and endoscope, gastroscope, TCB, CT scan tubes for CT scan machines, and so on, radioisotopes, dialyzer membranes for dialyzers. These are so the basket number 2 and 3 from the left side are those infrastructural facilities which produce high technologically complex components which go into as supply in the manufacturing of medical products made by manufacturers in the zone. These supply centers have been created in the zone itself. The basket number 4 is the Kalam Institute, which is, as you rightly mentioned, funded under Government of India, which takes care of medical technology, technology transfers between industry and academia. We have partnership with almost 80 academic and research institutions in the country, and we support technology transfer to manufacturers. We have a skill council because it is very surprising. It would be surprising for you to note that suppose we were to make an MRI at Visakhapatnam or Vadodara, to install it in Dusseldorf or Massachusetts, you need the license of a biomedical engineer. And India did not have had a accreditation method for biomedical engineers in the country, which was forcing them to depend upon middlemen. So we created under National Skill Development Agency a National Biomedical Skill Council, which has 55 offices across the country, including 5 in Gujarat. Any biomedical engineer from factory or a hospital can go and take an online exam on 2nd or 4th Saturday and can get accreditation. Within we have the headquarters of the Skill Council here at AMTZ. We have a trade facilitation body. We have a Directorate of Radiation Safety under AERB. We have 2 medtech incubators, one funded by NITI Aayog called MediValley, and another funded by Department of Biotechnology known as BioValley, which supports startups. We have an expo hall, we have a convention center, and we have banks, gyms, social facilities, and so on. All I'm trying to say is medical technology success story is about building an ecosystem like a rainbow. And I have just shown you 6 colors and AMTZ as a depiction of that rainbow. Next slide, please. As I told you, कलाम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हेल्थ टेक्नोलॉजी, आप देख सकते हैं कि राइट हैंड साइड अपर कॉर्नर में कलाम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हेल्थ टेक्नोलॉजी का डैशबोर्ड है. That's the only e-auction portal in the world which supports technology transfer. We help our manufacturers get access to technology through our partnership with academic institutions, and academic institutions supply the technology. They get the value for the technology back from manufacturers, and manufacturers get the technology. We also have on Google Play Store apps like TechRx and Techola. TechRx is a marketplace that we have built to support spare parts sale and purchase. क्योंकि जब आप कोई वेंटिलेटर बनाते हैं, डायग्नोस्टिक किट बनाते हैं, आपको बहुत सारे स्पेयर पार्ट्स की जरूरत होती है. which there might be suppliers out there, but we may not know, our manufacturers may not know. So we have TechRx, through which we connect buyers and sellers. And we have Techola, which connects the testing facilities across the country. Next slide, please. We have, as I said, more than 20 lakh square feet of manufacturing space, over 50,000 square feet of clean room space, 500,000 square feet of clean room space, over 9,000 instrument in common facilities costing about 300 crores. All I'm trying to say is, अगर कोई manufacturer, innovator, incubator, startup, entrepreneur हमारे पास medical technology में आता है, तो उनको literally AMTZ means A to Z. उनको medical technology का A to Z मिलता है. Right from a manufacturing space to technology transfer, right from 3D printing to testing, right from a clean room to 9,000 types of instruments required for validation and testing. We provide them everything because their success is our success. We don't rate our success independent of theirs. The more successful they are, the more successful AMTZ is, the more successful is medical technology sector of India. Yeah. So all I'm trying to say is, in the field of medical technology, we have not tried to create an industrial zone. We have not tried to create an institution. We have not tried to create an enterprise. We have tried to create an ecosystem for the country that can challenge the 50,000 crore of import dependency of India. And with the best wishes, support, and hard work of hundreds and thousands of people that work at AMTZ and who partner with us across the world, we have been successful. Government of India has been very kind that the model of AMTZ has been accepted, and its framework has been used by the Department of Pharmaceuticals. And Government of India has now approved setting up of 4 more medical technology zones in the country on the lines of AMTZ. The locations have not been yet finalized, but my special thanks to the number of institutions that you have seen at AMTZ has contribution from 11 ministries of Government of India, right from Department of Biotechnology to Ministry of Science and Technology to Department of Health Research to Department of Commerce to Department of Pharmaceuticals and so on. And we are successful because we are working hard together. And hopefully the success story of medical technology in India would be the success story of AMTZ would eventually create the success story of medical technology sector in India.
क्या एक या दो उदाहरण आप बताएंगे जिस तरीके से स्टार्टअप्स को आपने सपोर्ट किए हैं, कुछ इनोवेटर्स की कहानी जो AMTZ की मदद से आइडिया से मार्केट तक गए होंगे?
जी, आपको मैं एग्जांपल देकर बताता हूं बिकॉज दैट इज मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग. आपको याद होगा पहले डॉक्टर हमारी एनीमिया देखते थे तो कैसे देखते थे? दे वुड टेक देयर फिंगर, stretch our eye and check whether eye is red or not, right? Now we put a needle, we draw the blood. If our healthcare workers by mistake end up using the same needle for next patient, we have cross infection. If thankfully that is not done, then the blood is centrifuged, put in an analyzer, and then we give hemoglobin reading in 3 hours, for which we pay a lot, right? हमारे एक इंक्यूबेटी ने एक डिजिटल हेमोग्लोबिनोमीटर बनाया, which is like a mobile phone, and you can put it on the eye and it gives digital hemoglobin. Today, they are in market with at least 3 lakh installations. This hemoglobinometer has no recurring cost except a torch battery and has no reagent requirement and does not need blood. Now, this is an example of a small idea getting converted into a big market. My next example is a big idea required for a very small market. There is something called robotic cardiac surgery machine. It is made by only one company in the world, in the US. And the model is known as Da Vinci, just one company. Now, there is a startup company in the US which has also its base in India, which is now creating, and the robotic cardiac surgery systems are sold very few in the world, maybe 10 or 20 in a year, because it's very difficult to make them. We have one startup. We do a lot of co-incubation across multiple countries, and we have one startup which is creating world's second and India's first robotic cardiac surgery system at AMTZ. So I have given you two ideas. One of a very simple technology like non-invasive hemoglobinometer. Small company, small group, big impact idea, from an idea to a huge market. The company's name is Biosense. And second example is a large incubator, a large setup, a small market in a very complex domain, but creating a disruption in entire global value chain by being the second in the world. There are hundreds of such examples with us. The idea is, if they come to us with any requirement, it is our problem to solve it. We don't say that we support them and we see them struggling in their work. We provide them everything that we can. If required, we wear gowns and masks and we work with them, cracking the problem ourselves.
एक participant आंध्र प्रदेश से पूछ रहे हैं, he is saying, I have a idea to proof of concept stage thing to offer. How do I come to you, and what are the kind of facilities that I can get?
He can give details. I have to thank him for his question. He must be my neighbor somewhere in the state, and he can write a mail to me on the chat, and my appropriate center, knowing what his idea is, will reach out to him. You have to understand that in medical technology, the specification is very important. If somebody is working on an implant, then my biomaterial center has to reach out to him. If somebody is working on a temperature sensor, my electromedical center has to get back to him. If somebody is working on a radiation, my radiation center have to get back to him. So I will request the participant to be as specific as they can in their email, and an appropriate team will reach out to him or her.
Wonderful. Wonderful. एक सवाल है, एक पार्टिसिपेंट है, वो कह रहे हैं कि ये जो मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी है, लाइक आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, इसका डायग्नोसिस प्रोसेस और हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर में क्या इम्पैक्ट आने वाला है सर?
So artificial intelligence is an additional tool to do more work in less time, or to do work, same quantity of work, more precisely. It is not a substitute of natural intelligence. That is why it is called artificial. Now, I will give you one example. I had designed the National Teleradiology Program of India in 2014. Now, teleradiology program in PPP mode is working in multiple states. The images are taken in a radiology unit. They are sent to a radiology center. The radiologist evaluates those images and gives the answer, right? But 23 lakh X-ray images per month will require a lot of radiologists and will make the process cost ineffective. So we have an artificial intelligence algorithm which scans through all the radiology images and identifies those with specific designs, like pulmonary obstruction, COPD, asthma. We have multiple radiation profiles that can be X-ray profiles that can be filtered using algorithm. What artificial intelligence does through these algorithms is to help us do more work in less time or do work with more precision. The cardiac robotic surgery system जो मैंने आपको बताया उसमें सर्जरी रोबोट्स करते हैं, सर्जन नहीं, सर्जन रोबोट को चलाता है, रोबोट सर्जरी करते हैं. Why? Because robotic arm can go very deep, the blood loss is minimal, and they are very small, micro needles. But a surgeon's finger would be very thick, big and small. And therefore, artificial intelligence is integrated with medical technology at multiple designs, in multiple phases, to ensure that either we are becoming more effective or we are becoming more accurate. जी।
वंडरफुल। एक पार्टिसिपेंट्स पूछ रहे हैं कि अभी कोविड के दौरान आपकी कुछ स्टार्टअप्स की स्टोरीज भी आई थी, उन्होंने कुछ अच्छा काम किया था, उसकी कुछ उदाहरण आप देंगे?
हाँ, कोविड में हम लोग हमारे एक स्टार्टअप भारत का पहला नियर इंफ्रारेड थर्मोमीटर बना रहे हैं। आपको जानकर आश्चर्य होगा कि ये थर्मोमीटर भी हिंदुस्तान चाइना से लेता था। आज हम वो थर्मोमीटर यहाँ बना रहे हैं, इंफ्रारेड थर्मोमीटर। वो एक स्टार्टअप बना रहा है, कंपनी हियर। दी RT-PCR किट हमारे यहाँ 4 लोग बना रहे हैं, उसमें से 2 स्टार्टअप्स हैं। N95 मास्क एक स्टार्टअप ने शुरू किया है हमारे यहाँ। उसी तरह डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द प्रोफाइल ऑफ द स्टार्टअप, जैसे वो हमें काम देते हैं कि देखिए हमें ये बनाना है, आप हमें दीजिए, इस जोन में हम भी उनको काम देते हैं। देखिए देश को ये चाहिए, आप ये बनाइए। आप ऑलरेडी एक सेंसर टेक्नोलॉजी में है, और मेरा एक स्टार्टअप ECG मशीन बना रहा था यूजिंग सेंसर्स, and we encourage them to make IR thermometer which also uses sensors. So just like in this zone, they give us work, we also give them work with the market. We tell them that we have a need for 5,000 thermometers and they should make it. So it's a two-way traffic.
Wonderful. So there is a question from Dr. Prachi Pandey. She says, can you throw some light on biosensor-based disease monitoring and control devices? Are there startups and innovators working in that area?
Yes, we have 2 startups working in that area, and one is working on cancer biology. The second is working on internet camera-based, security camera-based thermal imaging. So thermal imaging using security camera. You walk into a railway station, the camera is monitoring your temperature also and gives a red flag if the temperature is beyond a certain threshold set. And there is another startup that is working with us on cancer biology. We are also now starting work on artificial organs. We have using biodyes and 3D printing, bioprinters. We have been successful in printing ears for those children who are born without ears. A lot of exciting things are going on. And we would be happy to interact with Dr. Prachi Pandey over email and take her specific questions so that we can engage with her at an appropriate, in an appropriate project.
Wonderful. What I can see, sir, is lot many people will write emails today. Lot many people are asking your email IDs. So what we'll do is we'll collect all their queries, make a summary and mail you maybe, because more than a dozen innovators are excited to avail your facilities. I can see Dr. Jitendra Bagasia is saying, I am working on cancer detection kit for so many years. I have some ready proof. I also want to write to AMTZ and take benefit. More innovators who have done something. One thing we will do, we will accumulate all such kind of health innovation and startup projects that have been come to us at iHub, and then we will kind of create a repository and also connect to you, because the kind of the auxiliary facility that you have created there might be helping to them to shorten their runway to test kind of their ideas, right? That will be really, really helpful, because then because one of the challenge probably, Dr. Sharma, you will throw light upon is, like the low-hanging technology innovations in digital space, healthcare needs a longer runway. And it also needs more complicated ecosystem to collaborate. जैसे आपने कहा, आपकी सफलता की एक सबसे बड़ी राज है, आपने massive collaborations किए हैं. तो ये जो collaborative approach है मल्टी स्टेक होल्डर्स का, आपने कहा कि एक डिवाइसेस के अंदर में 15 टाइप या 20 टाइप का साइंसेस एंड इनोवेशन लगते हैं, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं नया पेडागोजी होगा और इनोवेशन इकोसिस्टम्स को आगे लेने के लिए. बिकॉज मेनी ऑफन वी फेल बिकॉज वी आवर टेक्नोलॉजी, people think that only one technology can solve the problem. So the solution is not merely one technology, it is amalgamation of multiple technology. So one innovator is asking, so I come with an idea or a proposal, are there mentors available at AMTZ who can guide us? What are the exact needs that we need to further do, and how do we map that? How do we know that?
We have multiple centers, more than 1,000 scientists at various centers. who will sit with each product. AMTZ में एक ही प्रिंसिपल है, वन सिंगल प्रिंसिपल, क्योंकि कई ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस बड़े बड़े पैराग्राफ्स में अपना विजन मिशन बहुत कुछ लिखते हैं, लंबे लंबे पैराग्राफ्स, उतना पढ़ने का भी शायद समय ना हो। हमारे जोन में एक ही प्रिंसिपल है, नेवर से नो टू वर्क फॉर नो रीजन, एंड दैट वन प्रिंसिपल allows us to be open-minded and engaged. We never say no to work.
Wonderful.
Hiranmay, I have a question.
Please, sir.
So, Dr. Jitendra, I just want to know if for the case of artificial intelligence, we need a database of images and all. So, how do you tackle this challenge when the startup has an idea? Probably they have a proof of concept in, say, for example, identifying COVID infection in images. How do we create such a kind of database? Do you have any data bank for data lab for this kind of testing to be done, sandbox type of initiative? What do you think about it?
So one, to have a data bank and to use it for medical research, you will need the consent of the patient from whom data has come. So even if we have the data bank, we may not have the consent. So what we do, depending upon the project, we collaborate. As Mr. Hiranmaya mentioned, we have large number of enterprises and hospitals across the country. We reach out to them, we take consent, and we generate the resources in terms of images, etc. Depending upon, because if we house a data and then security, then we maintain it, and then if it is not used effectively, it leads to another kind of waste. So we take up a project, we add resources and partnerships to it, and we go forward.
Okay. Wonderful.
Mr. Hiranmaya, I just wanted to ask one question to all the people who are in the audience, if with your permission, and you can answer me on their behalf.
Yeah, please go ahead.
How much cost does it take to send an email?
Literally zero.
Zero. So tell all the incubators, startups, entrepreneurs in the audience, they should not wait for your consolidation exercise. They should not hesitate. They must send an email if they have an idea in mind, because it is not about AMTZ and it is not about their success story. It is about a 50,000 crore of import dependency of the country. And this sector, medical technology sector, is like a garland. Every single flower is as important as anyone else. The successes and the failures, the big ones and the small ones, all put together make a garland. They must not hesitate. If they have a concrete proposal or an idea or a request, tell them please not to hesitate and send us an email as soon as they can.
Yeah, I think that should be done. In fact, if you are behind the idea, you should knock all the doors. That is what we keep telling to our attendees all the time. So don't, wherever wherever it is possible, IFB is always there to support and guide them. Our aim is to help people to go to the next level, from idea to product, and then to market to the ecosystem.
In fact, Dr. Sharma, for your kind information, during COVID, हमने एक ओपन इनोवेशन चैलेंज लॉन्च किए थे टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ मार्च, जिसमें हम लोग अलग अलग लो हैंगिंग से लेकर मिड हैंगिंग इनोवेशंस का चैलेंजेस के ऊपर काम करने के लिए गुजरात की जो 70 यूनिवर्सिटी हैं उनकी विद्यार्थी अलुमनी प्रोफेसर्स को कहा था कि आप अपनी आइडिया लेकर आइए and will support you. हमको और उसमें से करीब 100 टीम्स का प्रूफ ऑफ कांसेप्ट का ग्रांट हम लोग IHUB के माध्यम से स्टूडेंट स्टार्टअप इनोवेशन पॉलिसी के माध्यम से सपोर्ट करने वाले हैं. उसमें से कई दर्जन इनोवेशंस को डेफिनेटली नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ सपोर्ट की जरूरत होगी. तो हम क्या करेंगे, we will filter out them. If any of them need a specific intervention in infrastructures or facility like you have, we will definitely have an institutional linkages between Gujarat government's initiative here and AMTZ, and we will facilitate these innovators so that they can definitely leverage this facility.
Absolutely, we will be happy. We will be happy to support.
Wonderful. एक सवाल है, somebody is asking, you work across globally, policy में, innovations में, health, public health में, or I mean, they wanted to know a little bit of how this institution came up there and why in Vizag, how it happened, who took leadership.
So, I have been a hospital administrator managing medical devices. I was working in WHO headquarters in the medical technology team. And at that time, our country didn't have a department of medical technology. So I came back to India within the Ministry of Health. I set up the medical technology department at National Health System Resource Center. Then converted into a WHO collaborating center, only the 4th in the world, a WHO collaborating center for medical devices, first in India. And when I did that, I was creating large number of national programs like National Teleradiology Program, National Dialysis Program, National CT Scan Program, and so on, National Mobile Hospital Program, National Pathology Program. We created large number of programs for the entire country. But we realized that the cost of this program is very high because the medical equipments are all imported. And then we dug deep to realize why they are imported, why India could not repeat the pharma story. We did a lot of work to understand the barriers. Then we realized that ecosystem strength is missing in India in medical technology. There are no labs. If you want to make a product, you have to go to Singapore or Germany to test them. And therefore, I requested the government of Andhra Pradesh to allocate a land. We pulled funding from the central and state government. We set up a government enterprise. And based on my idea and proposal, we created this medical technology zone. And now we are incrementally increasing it to 5 zones in the country, 4 more which Government of India has approved on the lines of AMTZ. So that is how it has been.
Yes, sir. 2 questions I'll merge by Vinisa Dudhar and Nick and Hitesh. So Vinita is asking, our health system at down the line tier 2, tier 3 places is not adequate. And a lot of these facilities, high-end facilities, are only at central locations. So is there a scope of innovation in kind of telehealth or decentralizing facility with the facility? That's one. The second question similar to it is, can technology like virtual reality, augmented reality, and others who are emerging in this field can add to those kind of value chain?
Right, both are nice questions. I will take one step above these questions. मैं आपको एक कहानी सुनाता हूँ, if I am permitted.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Once a person went, one person had gone to hell and realized that all people are very thin, lean, and they are not able to eat. The reason they are not able to eat is that their elbows have been tied up with a stick. So they can't put food in their mouth. So they are all dissipated and very weak. Then that person went to heaven and realized that all people are very happy. They are very healthy, smiling. But the same stick is there on their elbow also. Then this person asks his guide, why is it that people in the hell and heaven both have the same limitation, but people in the hell are so different and people in heaven are so well-built and healthy? The answer was that people in the hell were trying to eat themselves and people in the heaven were feeding each other. Right? So what I'm trying to say is the limitations exist everywhere. The moment you take out selfishness from that limitation, you convert the same limitation into your strength. I'll give you a parallel example. The Prime Minister launched the Ayushman Bharat program, bringing in close to 10,000 private hospitals into the bracket of public delivery system. These hospitals were not created. They existed even before Ayushman Bharat. लेकिन किसी के जेब में इतने पैसे नहीं थे कि इस अस्पताल के अंदर घुस सकें. They were the same hospital, same doctors, same nurses, same machines, same procedures. A common man didn't have the guts to enter these hospitals for want of money. Now, what government did? The government empaneled all these hospitals, created a scheme of social protection called Ayushman Bharat, where the coverage is given for the procedure and patients can go to any empaneled hospital. Same scenario, same limitation, but instead of feeding ourselves, we started feeding each other. We converted the hell into heaven. Now, it is not the question of using augmented reality or bringing great primary care into rural areas. That's not the problem. The problem is what exists in India has not been Uberized. The moment we Uberize healthcare, like an Uber or Ola car, the moment we Uberize resources, the moment we create common scientific facilities of 400 crore for medical devices in an ecosystem, rather than expecting a manufacturer to do it, the moment we bring 10,000 hospitals into public delivery system by ensuring that the procedure given there for a poor person is covered, the moment we create partnership, we Uberize the problem. We disseminate the problem by Uberizing the solution. And I think the issue is not about limitation. The issue is converting that limitation into an opportunity, converting a hell into a heaven by removing selfishness and Uberizing the solution that we have so that multiple solutions feed multiple recipients. Over to you.
थैंक यू. इनफैक्ट आपने दो इंटरेस्टिंग कंसेप्ट दी इसमें, एंड मैं नागार्जुन साहब के पास भी आऊंगा इस बात को लेकर. इंडिया जैसे इकोसिस्टम में ऑप्टिमाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्स बहुत मैटर करता है. आई मीन द सेम नंबर ऑफ कार्स यूज्ड टू बी देयर, द सेम नंबर ऑफ होटल रूम्स यूज्ड टू बी देयर, बट द सर्विस क्वालिटी, द प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी, द वैल्यू चेन एंड द मेंटेनेंस went a very different level when OYO started or Airbnb started or Ola started. And now you really made it a point that can we take the same heuristic into healthcare also, right? People think healthcare is a more complicated domain, but many often the heuristics can literally copy paste it. And this is a very interesting thing. तो नागार्जुन साहब आज हमारे साथ हैं, वो कलेक्टर भी रह चुके हैं कच्छ में, अरावली में. तो पब्लिक हेल्थ में तो उन्होंने काफी काम किया हुआ है. एज ए ब्यूरोक्रेट ही हैज डन क्वाइट अ बिग वर्क इन दिस थिंग. तो नागार्जुन सर, आपकी फील्ड एक्सपीरियंस से कुछ बताएंगे कि क्या एग्जैक्टली गैप होती है और कहाँ इनोवेशन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को हेल्थ में काफी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल सकता है?
I think yesterday only we had the session about open innovation and AMTS जो TZ जो है open innovation का एक पूरा ecosystem खड़ा कर रहा है. तो it's so good to see that an entire ecosystem of innovation and especially open innovation and cross collaboration has been created. And अभी जो Uberization की बात हुई है, and Ayushman Bharat is a very excellent example. So इसका एक predecessor भी scheme भी था यहाँ पे गुजरात में, which is called the Chiranjeevi scheme, where the government was little bit doing the out of pocket expenses come करके government was reimbursing. And we didn't have a safety net for the poor people. Now it has given a sort of entitlement and took the risk out of the system and put it with the players who are ready to take the healthcare risk and insure the population and provide the charges at a mass scale. तो यहाँ पे innovation यही है कि एक platform ऐसे create किया है जहाँ पे service provider भी जुड़ सके, risk जो लोग risk manage कर रहे हैं वो लोग भी जुड़ सके, और government उसका एक प्ले फील्ड सेट करके कर रहा है. इट इज अ वेरी वंडरफुल स्कीम. इनिशियल डेज में थोड़ा हिकअप्स था. आफ्टर दैट नाउ थिंग्स आर वेरी streamlined and things are happening in a very perfect fashion. And even tribal areas में जहाँ पे मैंने काम किया वहाँ पे भी लोगों को पता चलता था कि ये मैं यहाँ पे ले सकता हूँ ट्रीटमेंट, और कोई मना करता है, कोई इश्यू आता है, तो they used to come to the district level forum also. Then in that sense, I would say that this scheme has been a very good success. So like that, we need a kind of innovative thinking and innovative policy and program approach in all the different sectors. ये अभी जो आयुष्मान भारत ने किया वो हेल्थ में एक पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट में जो किया है, एक पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन को टू गिव अ सेफ्टी नेट. So one dimension of the problem has been sort of tackled in a best way, I would say. But we have to focus on other things where we have low cost edge level diagnostics जो है, field level diagnostics जो कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे एक जो डिवाइस की बात किया है anemia वाला, it should be a very big boon to the people, women in the tribal areas, because high risk pregnancies जो है इसमें बढ़ते हैं. And when people are not able to understand that they are under high risk, तो अगर edge level पे, field level पे एक ANM है, एक आशा वर्कर है, वही लोग भी इसको थोड़ा डायग्नोस कर सकते हैं और ऑथेंटिकली उसको कर सकते हैं, तो बढ़िया रहेगा. और जो टेली रेडियोलॉजी की बात किया है, हमने भी एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिसीजेस में. जो डायबिटीज है, हाइपरटेंशन है, ये सब लोगों के ध्यान पे नहीं आता था. तो ट्राइबल एरियाज की जो PHCs हैं, वहां पे जब लोग आते हैं, they don't even accept कि उनको कुछ BP या हाइपरटेंशन या डायबिटीज हो सकता है. वो बोलते हैं कि हम तो नेचुरल के साथ रहते हैं, हमारा क्या हो सकता है. बट व्हाट वी डिड वाज, जो ECG की रीडिंग्स हैं, वहां से लेके उसको डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल में वो लोग भेज सके और यहाँ पे डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल में 2-3 डॉक्टर्स बैठ के उसको कर सके. ये हमने 5-6 साल पहले ट्राई किया था. तो अभी तो काफी एडवांस्ड सिस्टम्स भी आ गए हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी भी काफी बढ़ चुका है. So one is creation of this kind of solutions, and other is ensuring that सबको ये पहुंच रहा है, whether we are able to bridge the rural urban divide, access divide, and also hard to reach areas और interior areas में पहुंचे. तो solution create करना एक पहलू है, तो उसको लोगों तक पहुंचाना और programmatic success भी करना, ये भी एक पहलू है. तो holistically इसको हमको execute भी करना चाहिए और कर रहे हैं अभी, और करना चाहिए. And उसके लिए ऐसे सॉल्यूशंस क्रिएट करने के लिए ओपन इनोवेशन मॉडल जो है वो बिल्कुल जरूरी है. कल ही हमने बहुत डिस्कस किया और बहुत लोगों ने एक्सेप्ट भी किया कि अभी वो करना चाहिए. तो इकोसिस्टम बिल्डिंग तो हम बार बार यहाँ ये फोरम में डिस्कस भी कर चुके हैं. तो एक क्लस्टर अप्रोच और इकोसिस्टम बिल्डिंग यहाँ पे भी और करना चाहिए. आई थिंक वी शुड ऑल टेक इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम दिस मॉडल.
वंडरफुल सर. सर का कमेंट को आगे लेते हुए डॉक्टर शर्मा, एक छोटा सा क्वेरी है कि सर ने जैसे कहा कि रिसोर्सेज, आपने भी कहा रिसोर्स ऑप्टिमाइजेशन को लेकर, और सर ने कहा कुछ स्कीम्स भी हैं, फैसिलिटीज भी हैं. तो आपने सबसे पहले एक उदाहरण दी थी कि थर्मोमीटर भी नहीं बनाते थे, और आपकी इन्होंने जो ग्लूकोन का टेस्टिंग की बात करी. एक तो इनोवेशन को बनाना, दूसरा है डिसेमिनेशन करना. तो आपने कहा कि वो इनोवेटर 3 लाख या 4 लाख या 30 लाख, आई मिस्ड आउट द फिगर, इतना जल्दी इतना ज्यादा विस्तारित कर पाता है मार्केट. तो AMTJ में किस तरीके से भूमिका निभाता है? आपने अर्ली वैलिडेशन कर लिया, MVP टेस्ट हो गई, सर्टिफिकेशंस हो गए, और मुझे लगता है AMTJ की एक सबसे बड़ी कंट्रीब्यूशन ये भी है कि आप स्टार्टअप को रैपिड स्केल करवा देते हैं उसके बाद. तो वो इकोसिस्टम कैसे बनाते हैं आप? गो टू मार्केट स्ट्रेटजी में मदद करते हैं.
क्योंकि हम लोग पब्लिक सेक्टर एंटरप्राइज हैं, हम भारत सरकार या किसी भी राज्य सरकार से ऑर्डर लेकर अपने मैन्युफैक्चरर्स को ऑर्डर दे देते हैं. Which means this is the only ecosystem in the country where manufacturers are not my agents. I am their agent.
Oh, wonderful.
I am not their officer. I am a servant. I am not an officer. And the moment we realize we are servants and not officers, our clients will become successful. We become the agents of our manufacturers. We sign an NDA with them and we sell their products to the same governments that fund us. We close the loop. Yeah. I was telling that we become their agents in supplying goods to any government enterprise or government. We take orders, any government, because we are PSU. They don't have to tender. They can give us direct orders, or on our website. And we pass on that order to our manufacturers. We become their agents. They are not our agents.
वंडरफुल. ये बहुत इनोवेटिव मॉडल है गो टू मार्केट स्ट्रेटजी के लिए, और खास करके जो पब्लिक हेल्थ की इतनी बड़ी नीड है इस देश में. अगर एंटरप्रेन्योर इस चीज को लिवरेज करना चाहते हैं, आई थिंक यू आर ए गेटवे टू एंटर इनटू ए मैसिव पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ मार्केट. आई थिंक दिस इज वेरी वेरी यूनिक मॉडल. आपने सिर्फ इनोवेशन को प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए ही नहीं इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाया, बट उसको एंड टू एंड लेने के लिए जो फ्रेमवर्क चाहिए, मार्केट इंटीग्रेशन का, उस पर भी काफी ध्यान दिया है. तो दिस इज अ वेरी यूनिक मॉडल ऑफ incubating ideas and building institution per se.
Actually, it is the other way. We start with the market. And if I don't have the courage and plan to give a market to my incubatee or startup, I don't have the right to call them. Because this cosmetic hand-holding, mentoring, ये बड़े-बड़े शब्द and giving them awards and mementos is not what makes their career and enterprise. When we have with the conviction that we will be able to give them market, we go backwards. We put everything in place that allows them to be part of the value chain. So we start with the market.
बहुत अच्छा कहा आपने. I think you made a very solid and lightning distinction between what the ecosystem of incubation think through. They are more about pushing things, you are pulling things. I mean, you are creating a pulling factor from the market side so that the entrepreneurs is also focused. यही चीज नागराजन सर कहते हैं डिजाइन थिंकिंग फॉर इनोवेशन. आप तो डिजाइन थिंकिंग फॉर इकोसिस्टम कर रहे हैं. आपने सबसे पहले एंड यूजर को पकड़ रहे हैं, क्या चाहिए, कैसे चाहिए, किस कीमत पे चाहिए, कितना स्केल पे चाहिए, डिप्लॉय कैसे होगा, और फिर उसको इंस्टीट्यूशनली इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं. So I think this is a very interesting model. Nagarajan sir, any comment?
Yeah, I think, yeah, please.
Just to add, see, many states call for investment. Come to my state, come to my state. You look at the pendency of dues which various departments of state government has towards MSMEs or other enterprises. They run in years. So we think calling investment and is our right, and we are red carpet to incubatees and startups. And at the same time, when it comes to fulfilling the responsibilities of timely payment, we have all the reasons in our books to say why we are delaying the payment. Whereas when we as an enterprise take orders from government and pass it on to incubatees or startups or manufacturers, we take orders only when it is given with advance. And so we pass on that advance with the order. We give market access and working capital to my companies so that they not just come here, they make value out of here. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's a very good way, because you are aligned with the public sector, and providing a proper gateway to the innovative solutions is very, very essential. Many times I have seen that even providing a small first order itself is a very big game changer for new ideas. Especially when I was in Surat Smart City, we had given an opportunity for 2 or 3 startups to try out their ideas, and later on that give them a traction to move forward. And they also get credibility in the market because they have a working relationship with the government entity. And like we said, we start with the market. So always that we need to work backward. If you are really meaning to a startup, you work backward from the market. If you are trying to solve a problem, so you solve from the customer angle. So user and customer both are, I think, to be taken into consideration. That point you have also again reiterated today. So very good to hear this idea.
Again, you see what we have done, the limitation of delayed payments, first order, because many startups don't qualify the eligibility criteria. 3 साल का experience दिखाओ. वो अभी आए हैं, 3 साल का experience कैसे दिखाएंगे? हमारे गवर्नमेंट फाइनेंशियल रूल प्रोक्योरमेंट के कहते हैं यू शुड हैव 3 कोटेशन. भाई जिसका नाम इनोवेशन है वो यूनिक है, वो 3 कोटेशन कहां से आएगा उसी इनोवेशन का? Definitionally, they are not supposed to have even a second quotation. How do I get 3 quotation? All these limitations are with us also. Our elbows are tied. We have converted a hell into a heaven. We are feeding each other. We are not trying to feed ourselves. The concept is the same.
बहुत अच्छा एनालॉजी में आपने सरल भाषा में समझाया. बहुत पार्टिसिपेंट्स बोल रहे हैं कि हमको क्लैरिटी हुआ कि आपने कितनी आसानी से एक समस्या को समाधान में कन्वर्ट कर दी. वही रिसोर्स थे, वही अपॉर्चुनिटी थी, वही नेटवर्क था, उसी को आपने करवाया. सर एक सवाल आया है किसी इनोवेटर के, कह रहे हैं कि सर आप हेल्थ केयर में आयुर्वेदिक स्टार्टअप में भी आपको लेते हो क्या? हिंदी में पूछ रहे हो.
फिलहाल तो नहीं, मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी में है, लेकिन मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी का विस्तार भी बढ़ रहा है. जैसे कि ईसीजी होती है जो कि ग्राफ्स देती है, हमारे एक इनोवेटर ने वात पित्त कफ का मीटर बनाया है, क्योंकि आयुर्वेदा में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है कि आयुर्वेदिक दवा देने के बाद, आयुर्वेदिक दवा तो बोलना भी नहीं चाहिए, आयुर्वेदिक औषधि देने के बाद, क्योंकि औषधि और दवा में बहुत अंतर है। आयुर्वेदिक औषधि देने के बाद परिवर्तन क्या हुआ है इसको माप करने का कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव तरीका नहीं। There is no objective way of measuring the pre-treatment and post-treatment in Ayurveda, objectively, scientifically. One of our incubators have created a Vata Pitta Kapha meter, which can be put before and after treatment, and it can actually give you 3 graphs. We are working on that. So not directly, but we are keen to promote Ayurveda through scientific means.
बहुत बढ़िया, आपने एक बहुत बढ़िया उदाहरण दिया। कल ही मुझे जब सेशन चल रहा था परसों, तो स्टार्टअप पूछ रहे थे कि साहब ये सब लोग मोबाइल ऐप बनाते हैं, उनको ही स्टार्टअप बोलते हो, या हम लोग आयुर्वेद में कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम भी स्टार्टअप बन सकते हैं? तो आपने बहुत अच्छी उदाहरण दी कि जो फंडामेंटल ऑफ आयुर्वेद है ये 3 पैरामीटर पे जुड़ा हुआ है, उसकी कोई मेजरमेंट मैकेनिज्म नहीं है पोस्ट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन या प्री इंटरवेंशन के बाद। तो इस तरीके से, और कहीं ना कहीं जितेंद्र जी एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आपसे हमको सीखने को मिल रहा है, एंड थोड़ा हम आज गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव भी समझने की कोशिश करेंगे। आई थिंक आपने जो नेटवर्क बनाया है स्टेक होल्डर्स का, जो आपने कोलैबोरेशंस की बात कही, मोर देन 80 पार्टनरशिप बनाए, उसको आपने काफी मीनिंगफुली एंगेज किया है। कई बार अक्सर जगह पे नेटवर्क सिर्फ कागज में रह जाते हैं या प्रोसेस में रह जाते हैं, उसको लिवरेज नहीं किया जा सकता है, लेकिन आपने उस नेटवर्क को रिजुविनेट किया, उसको इंटीग्रेट किया और आउटकम के साथ किया। तो क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रही आपको इस नेटवर्क बनाने में स्टेक होल्डर्स का, और कैसे इस चीज को लिवरेज करते हैं आप?
देखिए, मेरे पास दोस्त तभी आएंगे जब मैं उनको चाय पिलाऊं। अगर मैं आपके पास रोज आऊंगा, आप मुझे चाय नहीं पिलाएंगे तो मैं नहीं आऊंगा। इसीलिए मीनिंगफुल करने, एंगेज किसी को भी करने का एक ही तरीका है, सर्व देम। एंड व्हेन यू डोंट से नो टू वर्क, they gain a trust and dependability on you. So the single principle, that is why vision mission के बड़े बड़े पैराग्राफ्स में नहीं पढ़कर हम लोगों ने एक प्रिंसिपल रखा है, डोंट से नो टू वर्क। वो इंक्यूबेटी हो या पार्टनर हो, इंस्टीट्यूशन हो या यूनिवर्सिटी हो, जब हम किसी काम को नहीं बोलते हैं, they start engaging with you conveniently in a trustworthy manner automatically. You don't have to make any special effort for it. They are our friends. You give them a cup of tea every time they come, and they start coming.
मतलब आपने win-win situation create किया, and then they leveraged value or they co-created value with you, and I think that's
and
the
their
best
success
part.
is our success. Our success is not independent. The moment I serve them and I make them successful, I become successful.
आज आपने बहुत सारे कोट्स दिए हम लोग को डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए सर। एक पार्टिसिपेंट कह रहे हैं, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी क्वाइट इंस्पायरिंग, डिस्पाइट आज भाईजाग में जो है एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशंस भी नहीं है, टेक्नोलॉजी ग्लिचेस के बीच में भी आपने इतने टाइम निकाल पाया और इतने इंस्पायरिंग बातें कही, अपनी फिलॉसफी को, आपके डायनामिक्स को, स्ट्रैटेजी को, इसको इंटीग्रेट करके बताया, ये बहुत ही इंस्पायरिंग रहा। और आपने जो एक माइक्रोस्कोपिक पिक्चर बताया कि 50,000 करोड़ का इंपोर्ट सब्स्टिट्यूशन का मार्केट है, हम हजारों करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट की बातें करते हैं, यहाँ मार्केट रेडी है। अगर हम इन्वेस्टमेंट की पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मार्केट की तरफ देखें, हम ही कंज्यूमर हैं, हमें ही सोल्यूशन चाहिए, और अगर हम ही में से कोई बना ले और उसको ऑर्डर मिल जाए तो यही सबका साथ सबका विकास होगा सर, क्योंकि दिस इज द बेस्ट वे टू गो अहेड। So this is the ecosystem that you are integrated. Sir, how old is this project AMTZ, and इसका क्या trajectory रहा है?
AMTZ is a 4-year-old project. It was conceptualized by me in 2017. AMTZ is also, मैंने बताया नहीं, but world's fastest built industrial zone, greater than 100 acres. AMTZ city was built in 342 days. हम लोग यहीं कंटेनर में ही रहते थे जंगल में। The excavation of the zone started on 3rd January 2018. It was inaugurated on 13th December 2018 by participants of United Nations WHO Global Forum. More than 1,500 people from 100 plus countries were here. This zone was built in 342 days. Many people who visit this zone.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Many people who visit this zone tell us that 342 days में बाउंड्री वॉल भी नहीं बनती है 8 किलोमीटर के कैंपस की, बट हम मेहनत से बना 342 दिन में, which means we are theoretically 3-year-old. Our partnerships, our planning, our strategy is 3-year-old. The construction was 342 days, and after that we have completed 1.5 years in our own facility. So we are a rapid decision making organization. We don't lose time when we decide to do something.